Welcome back. In today's video, I just want to talk about RRSP season and what it actually means. Basically, RRSP season starts on January 1st of a given year and goes until March 1st of that same year, or February 29th if it happens to be a leap year like it was in 2024. And why is that? Well, before we dive into that, I just want to give a brief recap of the advantages of contributing to an RRSP. And the big advantage of contributing to the RRSP, of course, is the tax refund you get back on your contributions. So if we look at this spreadsheet that I've created, and these are the 2024 tax brackets for Alberta. Again, that's just where I happen to be. So I've just used these numbers. And so you can see if you are making $50,000 in Alberta and you contribute $10,000 into your RRSP, you end up in the 25% marginal tax bracket, and so you get $2,500 back. And if you happen to be earning $100,000 here in Alberta, then you would be in the 30.5% tax bracket, and when you contribute $10,000 to your RRSP now, then you receive $3,050 back. And if you're fortunate enough to be making $200,000 here in Alberta, then you're in the 42.32% tax bracket and you get $4,232 back when you file your taxes. I do have a video that details all the nuances of the RRSP, and I'll link that at the end of this video. But you can see that the more money you make, the more advantages that the RRSP does have. So when the Liberal government reduced the TFSA contribution limit from $10,000 back down to $5,500 in 2016, they cited that it was because it only benefited the wealthy. I believe they were wrong making that call. The RRSP benefits the wealthy. As you can see here, the TFSA, all the rules are equal no matter what income you're actually in. So I personally feel they shouldn't have reduced the contribution limits on the TFSAs. I'm a little biased. The TFSA is my favorite account. We generally use that account first, and then we move to the RRSP. And I'm definitely not saying that they should come after the RRSP by any means. I just really liked the TFSA limit at $10,000. So I'm being a little bit selfish there. So anyways, back to the RRSP season, and why is it from January 1st to March 1st or February 29th? And that is because any contributions made in the first 60 days of a calendar year, those contributions can actually be used as contributions to the previous year's income. So hypothetically, let's say you contributed $10,000 to your RRSP on February 5th or something like that. In 2025, well, you can use that contribution to reduce your income from 2024. That can be really beneficial, especially if you're using the RRSP gross up strategy. I do have a video on that. Essentially, that is a strategy where you can borrow money in February, top up your RRSPs, and when you get your tax back in March or April or whenever you get your refund, then you can use that to pay off your loan. So essentially, you're borrowing money for 1 or 2 months so that you can put a lot more money into your RRSP. Now, one problem I do have with RRSP season is that the banks push the RRSPs so hard in January and February that I've actually met people and talked to people that think that the only time you can contribute to an RRSP is in January and February. And that is not the case at all. You can contribute to the RRSP at any time. You don't even have to claim the tax back on that given year. You could wait several years down the road till you're making more income in a higher tax bracket and get more money back from the government. It doesn't matter when you contribute to it. Honestly, my wife and I, we focus on the TFSA first. Each of ours gets topped up, and then we make our monthly contributions to the RRSP, not in January, February, but throughout the rest of the year. So I think the banks have misled Canadians there a little bit, calling this the RRSP season. Now, when you're filing your taxes for a given year, you will need to keep track of how much money you've contributed to your RRSPs during tax season and the non-tax season, or whatever you want to call it. So you can see here, I'm just using Wealthsimple Tax as an example. I do like this program as it is free to file your taxes. And again, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know that I'm always up for saving some fees. And if you scroll down to the RRSP section like I have here, and if you click on the section here where it says type of contribution, you'll notice that there are two different dates that you need to keep track of. There's the contributions you made from January 1st to February 29th, and this was again in 2024. And there was a leap year in 2024. 2025 will be March 1st, not February 29th. And you also have to state what your contributions were for the other dates. So from March 2nd to December 31st of the previous year. And if you've decided to contribute to a spousal RRSP, those rules are the same. You'll need to state your contributions that you made to your spousal RRSP from March 2nd to December 31st, and then what your RRSP contributions were during RRSP season, in this case from January 1st to February 29th. So I hope this video has shown you what RRSP season actually means. I do think that Canadians should be contributing to RRSPs, not just during RRSP season, but throughout the entire year. But it is nice to know that you do have those 2 extra months to contribute to your RRSPs to reduce your previous year's income. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to stay informed of some of my other ones, please subscribe below. And as always, have a wonderful day.